This is a trade recap for Wednesday, February 25th, 2026. Continuing on with one and done. This is number 20 of 30, so 2/3 the way there. Kind of another interesting situation. Pat is traveling back from his little getaway over the weekend, so he was not available for screen share guidance, and he wasn't able to give us any preliminary levels the night before. So we were more or less all on our own this morning. It was a little bit interesting. It's a good exercise to kind of see where you stand in things. Definitely, I would say on my side, I missed. I had one level that wasn't really super valid, but the rest of them were. And we had kind of an interesting session in terms of my markets gapping up and where they opened in relation to each other on SPY and Qs. But if you are new to this or struggling and you're not sure really where to begin, the best thing to do is actually to check out Pat Mitchell over at Trick Trades because he knows exactly what to do. And I can say that with no ego. That's just my experience. He has never really steered any of the people in the room wrong. But sometimes, again, that information can be a little uncomfortable. So if you're interested, I'll pull this guy up over here. And you can take a look at the service. So this is Pat's coaching and mentoring service. He has over a decade in the markets, and he is the one that has been teaching me for going on 2 years now. And it has done wonders for, again, my education and learning how to do this, and probably would not have gotten anywhere near where I am right now without his coaching and mentorship. So if you're interested, check him out. If you need kind of a or want a sampling kind of the information he puts out, you can go over to his YouTube page at Trick Trades is the name of it, and he has over 1,500 videos over there where you can get an idea and a taste of the kind of information he puts out in the form of recaps and lessons. So feel free to check it out, check out the service, and hope to see you in there. All right, getting into the trades. I did not trade a lot or record a live session today. I forgot to do that because getting levels and things sorted out this morning. Like I said, Pat was not available due to traveling. So we were, again, had to rely on what he has taught us to do this on our own. Good benchmark. We don't have those situations very often, but they do happen. So lay the land real quick. Daily charts here on the left for SPY and Qs. 1 minute intraday charts here in the middle and the order execution on the right. So these blue levels are typically the levels that get plotted before the market opens and they don't change. And these are the levels that I had chosen myself for this one. The level in question that I would say I missed was this potential short right here on Qs. Probably not the strongest. And we were gapping up. SPY, these were the levels I chose. So SPY gapped up overall moving averages, so was really looking for the long. This was looking real good. Qs was, I wasn't sure where the 20 was going to open up exactly. I was actually expecting it to be closer into this level to use that kind of in conjunction with each other, but it actually basically opened up right below it. So kind of invalidated that one. And the risk on Qs was also a little skewed. We were getting, I would say 30 to 50% higher than we normally shoot for on Qs. So not really liking that one. Liked SPY a lot more for definitely the risk. So opened up I was kind of hoping we would pop, pull back into this level, hold support, um, and then take the long and for the ride up. Did not get that, but we did come into this level here, which looks super valid according to the daily chart. So as it came up, and again, because of the risk and where we're opening up, and it looked like this thing was potentially going to go higher because we gapped over all the moving averages. Really cautious on a short there, so kept the position small. Just wanted that first reaction, which is exactly what I did. So here's the order entry right here. Came up into the level and then entered with one. And then on that first reaction, just didn't hang around, paid myself immediately because you can see like we already kind of established this range, this higher range, like right here. So just kind of that intraday support and resistance that Pat has taught us, and the reading of price action and on the daily as well with the 1 minute intraday. Did not want to stick around, and well, again, it pulled back and then it kind of came up, looked like it was going to go, and again, wasn't going to re-enter on that. It already cleared the trade off, and ultimately it did come down for the again nice solid trade there. So if you had a larger size that you were working, or more advanced or further down the road in terms of growing your account, yeah, could have kept more about doing one and done with 1 to 3 contracts. And given how we were opening up with that gap up, what levels we had in play, was one of those things where I just wasn't going to give this one a whole lot of room and not going to give it a whole lot of size. So that's why I traded it the way I did. So yeah, pretty straightforward. And one of those things whereas uh where were we? As this was all unfolding, as you can see, like right in here is also where Q's was started playing with the 100. And honestly, I was expecting this to actually help bring again act like a wall to bring Q's down, which would help bring SPY down, but really didn't trigger off of the 100. So it actually came up higher into the 50 and then kind of started respecting that more so than the 100. But then you're trapped in between these two moving averages, which can be something you just got to be conscious of. And yeah, kind of held things up. But ultimately, SPY did work on that first reaction as well as the follow through further down the road, or again, just a few minutes later. And yeah, really good stuff. So, all in all, it was an interesting morning in terms, again, having to plot levels myself, and again, kind of realizing, okay, picked a bad level. The question is, why did I pick that level? Were there more valid levels? What was I seeing versus what wasn't I seeing? And being, again, there's that kind of reverse engineering the choices and level selection in this one, because again, completely did them myself. And again, I like to do an exercise where Pat will plot his levels the night before and refine the morning of, and I generally try to pick levels myself beforehand to see if they line up, and majority of the time they do. But on this one, definitely had a level on there that was not as valid. So again, something to learn there, see what's going on, and hopefully take something from it. But all in all, I'd still say good day for doing it on our own, and we will be back at it tomorrow as usual. Paddle should be back on screen share, so we'll just be carrying on more or less as usual. And like I said, if you were looking for a uh, coach and mentor, oh man, the sun is really blasting. Um, Check out Pat Mitchell over at tricktrades.com. Check out his YouTube channel over at Trick Trades. There really isn't a better coach and mentor out there that is as accessible as he is, especially for what the service costs. It really is worth it. And if you want to, again, get more information on that, feel free to contact me. I do have a link in my webinar to the SizeUp program webinar that he put on. And the SizeUp program is what I do. It helps new and struggling traders really um, grow their abilities in a step by step process to nail this down so they can actually have, a successful career at this. or a shot at a successful career instead of just kind of throwing stuff against the wall and seeing what sticks. So if you're interested in that, by all means, check it out. If not, all good. Hopefully, see some of you in the service, and we will catch you tomorrow for the next one. Hope everyone has a great day, and yeah, have a good one.